Alright, yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to VG Entertainment. Here's CeVu again. We're gonna be talking about some gaming stuff and some gaming news that's gonna be going around in the gaming community. Some new stuff, some new announcements, leaks, and stuff that I kind of personally just find interesting that's new in the gaming world. So we're gonna start off with the big one. We got GTA 6. Obviously, everyone's anticipating it. I mean, I've been waiting for this game for literally a decade, half my life basically. I've been waiting for this game. Um, there's been a lot of stuff. There was the big leaks that just happened a while back. All these videos of some people playing the early alpha stages of the game and beta stages of the game, and just kind of like running around and shooting people and doing just kind of like the GTA stuff in the game. And yeah, like I mean, we've seen all those leaks, but also they want to go over this kind of map. So this is a concept map made by someone that they're kind of predicting of what areas we would have in the game and how the map would kind of look like based off images and certain leaks and stuff like that. So I mean, if you look right here, I mean we would have the keys and the marshlands are a huge part that were shown in the trailer. And we have the main area of Vice City, Vice City and all the beaches and stuff like that. Um, and shown on the map on the left side is Port Gellhorn, which is basically kind of like a replica, I would say. It's like an interpretation of what seems to be Fort Myers. And then northern would be sort of like Jacksonville in that kind of area, which would be very interesting to see. And maybe that middle area called Ambrosia might be sort of like an Orlando kind of thing, which would be very cool to see. And I mean, of course, on the right you see there's a certain Bermuda Islands and stuff like that, which is very interesting to see. I mean, if the map is like this, it would be very, very cool. But we could also move on to 2 days ago, Rockstar just had their earnings call, and of course, all these earnings calls have to be disclosed and they have to be made public. So on the earnings call, there was Grand Theft Auto 6, and it was confirmed that there was no delay. So, I mean, a lot of people were speculating that there would be a delay um, with Grand Theft Auto 6, and, that it wouldn't come out when it was supposed to. But as you can see here, it still is fall of calendar 2025. So that's a great thing. It's going to release on PS5 and Xbox Series S and X. So it's great that that's confirmed. We have no delays or none of that because a lot of people worrying about delays and stuff like that. But another thing I did want to point out is a game called CSR Racing 3. So I don't know if many of you have played CSR Racing 2 or any of the CSR Racing games, but they're kind of like side-scrolling racing games, as you can see here. So they're like a mobile racing game. They're kind of like a side view, and most of the game is like switching the gears and accelerating that kind of stuff. And I mean, it's very cool that we're gonna get a third game. I don't know if many of you guys have played it, but it's a very great game. If you guys should definitely check it out. It's a free game, but it's really cool that we're gonna get a third installment. And next thing I wanted to point out is since there is 2K on here, as you can see, I wanted to talk about the Mafia series. So I mean, there's been many leaks and many rumors and predictions about the Mafia series. Um, Obviously, this is kind of like a fan made thing right here, but there have been some leaks and rumors about the Mafia series. I mean, we could talk about currently like what we know. So it's currently being worked by Take Two and Hangar 13. Um, and with the current leaks, it says that it's going to take place between the 1900s and the 1920s. So it's going to basically be a prequel of the trilogy before the events of the trilogy of Mafia 1, Mafia 2, and Mafia 3. And we're going to get a new protagonist, so it's not going to be someone like Vito or any of those guys. Um, and It's going to take place in Sicily, which is going to be very interesting because a lot of the community has been wanting a mafia game to take place in like Las Vegas, 70s Las Vegas. So it's interesting that they took this path of like a prequel going back to Sicily. Um, that'll be very interesting to see and how they pull that off. Um, but Now moving from since 2K as well, we're going to move on to 2K25. So 2K25 was announced. It'll be releasing in the next upcoming months, which is great to see. And I mean, as you can see, there's all these versions that they have. So they have the Hall of Fame edition, All Star edition, which is cool. They have Vince Carter on the cover, and they have Tatum on the cover, which is pretty cool. I have my mixed opinions about Tatum being on the cover. I don't think Tatum should have been on the cover, even though he did become champion. Um, I don't think it was a deserved cover. I think there's many other players that deserve the cover, like Jokic or Doncic. You know, like Jokic, obviously 3 times MVP, still has no cover. Doncic, he hasn't been on the cover since 22, and I mean, he just had his best year ever, making it to the finals. Um, so, have with that as you will. But the covers also aren't the best. I mean, like always, 2K somehow makes worse community covers than the community members. But no, it's there's we do have some new news on how the my career and stuff like that is going to go on. So there is as you can see, there's some new badges. We still have like kind of our older badges that we have, like Brick Wall, Area Wizard, Posterizer, Limitless Range, Deadeye. So all these kind of basic ones, but we do have new ones like Mini Marksman, Physical, Finisher, and those kinds of ones. And a new thing that was shown in or not shown, but talked about in a video posted by 2K was new badges, specifically a new badge level. So we all know that there's the 4 badge levels that goes all the way up to Hall of Fame. So now they're going to be adding a new badge level called Legend, which is going to be more powerful than Hall of Fame badges, but they're going to be harder to obtain, of course. So you're going to need like a rating between 97 and like 99. Basically to get this kind of badge. So you're basically going to need a maxed out stat in order to be able to get this kind of badge. But apparently it's going to help in the game drastically, and it's going to make a huge gap between people that have, let's say, a 95 stat and a 99 stat, So it'll make a bigger gap in that, which, I mean, should already be done, but it's good that it's coming in the game now. And also there's going to be a new badge system, so a lot of people in 24 didn't like how when you wouldn't use a badge, the progression of the badge would go down, and it was kind of like a wonky and kind of trash system, to be honest. But it was confirmed that now, once badges are earned, once the badge level is earned, it'll stay there. If you don't use it, it'll stay there. It can only go up from that certain point, which is very good to hear from the devs at 2K, that they kind of listened to the community and helped made that aspect of the game better. Next thing I'd like to talk about is FIFA. So, FC 25. It does suck that they have not made the switch to have 2K develop the game. I mean, EA has really just been destroying the FIFA series, and I mean it's just been terrible what they've been doing. It's bad. The microtransactions are not as horrible on FC 24, but still they're still bad, and I mean, just not really like any cool new additions to the games, no new improvements. So it does suck that we're gonna get another football game from EA instead of maybe the transition to 2K, which, I mean, I feel like 2K could make a great FIFA game. Hopefully they do get the licensing. I don't know if they fully get the licensing yet, but if they get the licensing to make FIFA games, that would be incredible. I mean, I think they could do a great job. So next thing I'd like to talk about, speaking of 2K again, I want to talk about TopSpin. So TopSpin was released a while back. It's a tennis game, but it has received great reception. So I mean, it's the first tennis game in a long time. I mean, I don't remember there being a tennis game in a while. And it's the first tennis game in a while. It's received great reception. I mean, I've played it a little bit. It's a great game. The controls work great. Everything works great. It's honestly pretty good. And they have a lot of good tennis players in it. I mean, as you can see, they have Roger Federer. They have Serena Williams. They have Alcaraz. They have Murray. They have Shelton. It's honestly pretty good. They have Medvedev as well. They have really good tennis players. The only thing I want to point out is that they're missing some bigger kind of names, which does suck. I mean, we already know that Djokovic is not in this game, which is kind of sucks, since considering that he's the greatest tennis player of all time. But I mean, there's still great tennis players. I mean, Djokovic did say that he is not going to participate in any of these games and doing any motion capture or anything like that because I mean, he's been very open about his disliking for video games and stuff like that, saying it's kind of ruining the youth and stuff like that. Which I mean, I do agree. A lot of kids are kind of spending too much time on games, and it's ruining their motivation to do things like sports and athletics and learn new stuff and stuff like that. So I mean, I do agree with him, but yeah. So he's not gonna be in this game anytime soon. So we know that. But with the players that we do have, I mean, we have legends in here. I mean, we have Andy Murray, Roger Federer. So it's really cool that we get a tennis game like this, and yeah. So I mean, that's that's that, and now we're gonna talk about some Black Ops 6. So um, Black Ops 6 is looking really cool from what I can tell you. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys have seen the leaks, but there is leaks. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to be posting these leaks on my channel because they are actively taking down a lot of leaks. Same with GTA. I'm not going to be posting many GTA leaks. I mean, I'll talk about like a few points, but I'm never going to show footage just because they usually take down videos for copyright and that kind of stuff. But the leaks for Black Ops 6 honestly looks amazing. The movement is crazy. I don't know if you guys have seen, but there's new movement in the game, and the game is going to be taking place in the 90s, which I find very interesting. So a lot of most of the game is going to cover the aspect of USA versus the War on Terror, and I think they said that there is going to be 9/11 in the game, which is cool. You know, it's going to be covering the 90s. Some things that I mean, I personally hope that we do see in the game. I know main focus of the game is the War on Terror, but it would be cool if we could see the two kind of aspects of the game, which is like the fall of the Soviet Union and USA between the Soviet Union, and also the fall of Yugoslavia. Because you know the game is going to take place, I think, in '91, and that is basically when the Soviet Union was starting to fall and Yugoslavia was just about to start to fall. So it would be very cool to see those in the game, and especially characters from those areas, and just cover those topics because I think there's a lot of content and substance that you know um, Treyarch could use for this game in those kind of areas. A lot of people would love it because I mean we don't have many shooters that would take place or even really have that many maps in areas like the Soviet Union or Yugoslavia or any of that. I can't really think of many games that have that cover those areas. I mean, there's a few games, like a few maps in some games that cover those areas, but it's not overly big or extensive or deep, you know. So it would be very cool to see that. Um, but that is basically it. That's kind of all I wanted to cover today. Just give you guys some new gaming news and just talk about a few points with you guys and see what you guys think and yeah. So I will be uploading another video soon with Mio. Thank you guys. Peace out.